Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Trogan TV. Make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. And listen, guys, listen. I know Game Week 34 is still going on today. We got FA Cup semi-final today, Man City and Forest, and Man United are playing today against Bournemouth away. You got Liverpool hosting Tottenham today later on at 4:30 at Anfield. Remember, if Liverpool win or draw later, they win. They're officially crowned champions today. And then you got yeah, that's it really. So yeah, three games tomorrow, but obviously I have to get game week 35 out. The predictions for next week. I have to record it today because literally I need to record the preview for the Champions League game tomorrow, so I have to do it today, even though game week 34 is not it's not done. But yeah, but we'll start off with the first game of game week 35, and that is next Friday, and that is Manchester City hosting Wolves at the Etihad this Friday coming up, which is next week. So yeah, next Friday, but 8 o'clock kickoff Friday night football. I think this is going to be a game where City will win this one. I do see City win this one. I think they'll win this game comfortably. I'm going to go for a 2-0 City win, 2-0 Man City. And then moving on to the next games of game week 35. Next week Saturday, we've got the 12:30 kickoff, and that's Aston Villa hosting Fulham at Villa Park. Villa are obviously coming back from the FA Cup semi-final where, they've just yesterday got destroyed. I think next Saturday, they're going to have to be on this one. They're going to have to redeem themselves in front of their fans because I felt like yesterday that was a disgraceful performance, yeah? To make those Villa fans travel all the way down to London for a semi-final and get excited about it, and you guys couldn't perform for them yesterday. For me, if I was a Villa fan, I would be so annoyed. Unai Emery got it wrong, and he got outclassed by Odi Glasner. Palace that Eze goal as well yesterday. Boy, what a goal! But I thought this is gonna be a game where Villa do have to show up, and I think they can come back, but it won't be an easy game. I'm actually gonna go for a 2-1 Villa win. I feel like this game they come back, they're at home in front of their fans. Surely got to make a comeback. And then moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we've got 2 3 o'clock kickoffs next week Saturday, and then obviously a 5:30 kickoff. The first 3 o'clock game we're starting off with next week Saturday is Everton hosting Ipswich Town at Goodison Park. That's going to be an interesting one here. Ipswich Town obviously got relegated yesterday, officially relegated. They got smacked up. They went to St James's Park away to Newcastle, got absolutely slapped up by them. But then I respect from the Newcastle fans. Yeah, they were clapping the Ipswich Town fans. Friendly, like congratulating them for that. What a good season they've had. Like their first season back in the Premier League, they were saying well done to them for that. So you got to respect it for the Newcastle fans. But I think this game against Ipswich, I think Everton will win this one as well at home. I'm actually going to go for a 2-0 Everton win, 2-0. And then moving on to the next game of game week 35, next week Saturday, we've got Leicester hosting Southampton at the King Power Stadium. Leicester's also another relegation team that's gone down, along with Southampton as well. 2 relegation teams having about at least give their fans a game. I think Leicester will win this one. I feel like Leicester City still have the better players than Southampton. I'm actually going to go for a 2-0 Leicester win. And I think Jamie Vardy will score in this game as well. And then moving on to the 5:30 kickoff game next week Saturday, the 5:30 kickoff, we got Arsenal hosting Bournemouth at the Emirates next week Saturday, 5:30. We just need more 3 points. We have to keep getting the 3 points. We drew another game against Palace on Wednesday. That was a disgrace. 13 draws this season, and when you look back at that, if we actually had a clinical striker up front that we could have had in our team, that probably could have scored them goals, we probably win most of the games that we've drawn. I'm telling you right now, if we actually had some clinical attacking players, like a striker, if we actually got a striker in that will actually make those runs into the box, then I'm telling you, most of the draws would have been wins this season, and we probably maybe would have been up there with Liverpool this season if we kept up. But I think this is going to be a tough game. I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. I'm just going to back us because we're at home, and it's still going to be a tough game. I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 Arsenal win. And then moving on to next week games, next week Sunday, we got 3 2 o'clock kickoffs next week Sunday, then you got a 4:30 kickoff next week Sunday. The first 2 o'clock game next week Sunday, you got Brentford hosting Manchester United at the GTEC Community Stadium. Now, Man United, listen, Brentford are a team, that plays prop attacking football. Thomas Frank is a good manager. I actually do rate Thomas Frank. Ever since he's come back, ever since he's been promoted for this Brentford team, they've been superb in the Premier League, in these Premier Leagues over the last how long they've been in now? 3-4 seasons now, maybe even more. But yeah, Brentford they've actually done well staying up in this Premier League so far. Like they kept. I think I think it was last season or the season before. Actually, I think it was last season. They could have. They were close. They've been involved in races where they could have got Europa League, Conference League. They've been up there in the races for Europe. I feel like surely next season now, if Brentford get more good attacking players, I'm sure they can push for Europe. I'm telling you, Brentford's team, they're good enough to at least be in Europe. They should be up there. Like the players that they have in their team, they should be up there at least trying to get aiming for that Europa League or maybe a Conference League spot, minimum Conference League. Like I'm not even didn't take the piss. Like Brentford, they deserve to play some European football. Like under Thomas Frank, he deserves to be getting into those European spaces where how he's managed his team. But I think they will beat Man United. I'm actually going to go for a 3-1 Brentford win. I feel like this Brentford team, the way they play, they could cause Man United problems. Then moving on to the next game, next week, Sunday at 2 o'clock, we've got Brighton hosting Newcastle. I think this is going to be a good game, a very, very good game. Another 2 o'clock kickoff at Brighton hosting Newcastle at the Amex. I think this is a game where two sides will go at it head to head. I feel like this game's actually going to be a draw. I'm actually going to predict 2-2 for this game. I feel like there's going to be goals in this game next week. So yeah, and then moving on to the next 2 o'clock game next week, Sunday. It's a London derby. West Ham hosting Tottenham Hotspur at the London Stadium. I think this is a game where West Ham and Tottenham. Tottenham played West Ham already. West Ham went to their ground. Was it they were 1-0 up and then they came back and lost 3-1? I swear, like that was a game where I thought when West Ham went 1-0 up, I thought they were going to beat them, but no, Tottenham just came back and demolished them, just smoked, like just destroyed them. So yeah, I'm actually going to predict, even though I'd rather West Ham win this game. I hope West Ham win. But I just have to. But let's be honest, the way they're playing right now, I just see Tottenham going to their ground, and absolutely destroying them. Like I know West Ham fans probably won't like that, but you just got to speak the truth. You got to be honest sometimes of what you see, and this is what I see right now. West Ham right now, they're this season. I think you can't start Graham Potter. You think you got to give him the summer, just like Ruben Amorim did. Ruben coming in around January, and he needs to give him the summer. I think Graham Potter. I think if you give him a summer window and he gets players that he wants, I feel like West Ham could come with Graham Potter if he gets the right players in it. They get rid of some of their players. But I'm actually going to go for a 2-1 Tottenham win. I feel like Tottenham probably will win this game. To be fair, this game with more confidence. Even though if they lose today against Liverpool, they won't even care because the league up there, but they the points. But I'm going to go for a 2-1 Tottenham win. And then moving on to the last game of game week 35. No, moving on to the next game of game week 35. Next week, Sunday, the 4:30 kickoff. And this is a big one. Next week on Super Sunday. Chelsea hosting Liverpool at Stamford Bridge. We all remember the game the start of last season. What was it? 2-2. Crazy game. Yeah, on the opening day. Sorry. I think this is a game where, Chelsea, listen, playing Liverpool right now, at your ground, it's not looking good. Liverpool have already beaten them 2-1 at Anfield around when was it? So yeah, but I just feel like this Liverpool team will just have too much for Chelsea. I'll be real, and I'm actually going to go for a Liverpool win. I think Liverpool are going to keep a clean sheet and get goals. I'm going to go for a 2-0 Liverpool win. And then moving on to the last week, moving on to the last game of game week 35. This will be next week, but on the Monday Night Football, Crystal Palace hosted Nottingham Forest at Selhurst Park. This is going to be an interesting game again. Palace on smoke right now. Obviously, yesterday, what a performance they did at Wembley in front of their fans. Yeah, this is going to be massive for them if they win their FA Cup. If they do go all the way and win it, we have to see who they play in the finals today. We have to wait and go see who they play in the final because the other semi-finals today, Man City versus Nottingham Forest. Yeah, but we have to wait and see who Palace in the final after the full-time whistle today. Who will come out on top, Nottingham Forest or Man City? But I think Man City will beat Forest today. I'll be real. But yeah, man. Listen, people. And yeah, I've got nothing to say. And my prediction for this game, you know what? 2-1 Palace. I think they'll beat Forest. The way they play at home, I think the atmosphere will be up. Night Football under the lights. Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Palace. And yeah, man, listen, week 35 predictions wrapped up there. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. Make sure notification bell so you don't miss a video or stream. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Trog on the TV, all three socials. You know the team, you know the vibe. Yeah, I know it feels weird recording this today, even though game week 34 is not over. But I had to record this today because I need to record the preview tomorrow for Arsenal versus PSG on Tuesday for the big game. Our first leg of the semi-finals on Tuesday. So yeah, I need to do the preview for that game tomorrow. So I had to record today. But yeah, people, man, listen, keep subbing, keep liking, and yes, people, take care. I'm out, people. Come on, you gunners.